Good morning, good evening, good day, wherever you may be. Yes, you are entering the Taglish zone. Charot. Anyway, listener review will be in Taglish with some parts to be translated later for the non-Filipino viewers. I really appreciate that you are here. My name is Jing, and this is the Writing Jingcast. Big thanks to the Wakalas Productions for helping us with the technical aspects of this show. Highly recommended that you talk to them in case you have any plans of having a live stream program for yourself. Even better if you already have a content marketing strategy in place. This marketing strategy will get the best boost you will ever have once you have Wakalas Productions in your team and the writing Jing to provide the needed scripts for your live stream episodes and ads in between segments. So anyway, so good morning to everyone watching, and yeah, I've already invited a lot of you to watch this. So also we have our guest at the back burner for you to ask questions later on at the latter part of this live stream. So you will get a copy of my ebook if you can send me a screenshot as proof that you shared this very live stream on your respective social media accounts. Because sharing is caring. Send a screenshot or image to our Facebook page, Writing Jing, and you will receive a copy of the ebook in less than 24 hours upon receipt of your screenshots. The link for the Writing Jing Facebook page is on the description box. Make sure to click that link on the description box for more details on how to be a freelancer online yourself, and it helps to learn how to monetize your talents online. And don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Our next guest is one of the freelancers online that learned so much the internet and applied everything he learned online to boost his value offered to clients that needed it. Emmanuel Tecson, better known by his nickname Doods, has become our go-to guy for tech-related questions by aspiring virtual assistants in our Facebook group. That is the Assistant Bootcamp Facebook group. Eventually, he found a niche as a copywriter by positioning himself as the email copywriter for inventors online. We will learn from him the reasons behind working at home and the inspiration to keep on going now that more people have to stay at home. These and more once we return after a brief message from our friends. The Writing Gymcast will be back.
So, what is online freelancing and how can you benefit from this? First, let's highlight who your clients will be once you start off. This is Linda. She has a store and she has an online store. It can either be Shopee or Lazada or Etsy if your clients will be based from the US. And for the most part, they have a Facebook version of their online store. So for most beginners, that would be your entry point. Usually, doon naman kayo mag-start since andun na kayo sa Facebook, makausap na kayo. So all that's left to next is know how to market from there. Kasi bakit kakailanganin ng virtual assistant ni Linda? Kasi nakaka-overwhelm. Ang daming Facebook friend requests. Kasi yung iba yung online store nila, hindi pa nila na-translate or hindi pa na-transfer dun sa Facebook page nila. So it's like a basic aspect of friend request, messenger, and then notifications. So yeah, it can be overwhelming. And most of the time, they would rather have someone else do the Facebook management for them. So what happens? You become the virtual assistant that would be handling the Facebook friend requests, messages, and notifications. Because most of the time your client, Linda, for example, would be too busy to be paying attention to that because there are a lot of business people rather, online that would rather focus their energies on product development or defining a strategy or competitor research. Yes, that is if they have not delegated that part yet. If they're just about to develop some aspects of the business, they would rather delegate Facebook management or social media marketing, social media management to the virtual assistant. That's where you come in. So clients are usually online business owners like Linda. They want to focus on important parts of the business. Yes, they would rather focus on the important parts of the business, and they have to hire freelancers to help in other areas. You get hired first before you get fired. So in the case, the common needs for anyone starting out or anyone who's already experienced but would go ahead and delegate the social media aspects of their business, it would be replying to chats or messages. They would need someone to manage the orders on their online stores. Sometimes the online stores themselves need managing as well. And then they would need someone to create logos or graphics for the website, for the Facebook, for some of the marketing materials to be used in the page. And then they would be needing someone to write the social media posts or the blog posts. If they have a website, they have a blog. Yeah, this is usually my forte. I'm the one usually handling the articles for them. And then they would need someone to reply to emails. Someone to at least handle the email part or the email aspect of the customer service necessities of the business. And then they would need someone to post on Facebook, preferably the Facebook business page. And then they would need someone to create the office documents, sometimes um, posts or drafts of their social media posts or blog posts. Um, the more advanced ones would need the office documents because Excel or Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets are their common tools used when trying to um, document the bookkeeping part of the business, and so on, because the possibilities are endless. You'd be surprised at how much opportunity awaits for you, and you'd be realizing how this would help you a lot in getting things done here. Possibilities, and since we're online, we can reach clients from all over the globe. Like, of course, the usual clientele be coming from the United States, but anyone to whom that you can speak English with, you can uh, hire them, or you can be hired as a virtual assistant. So possibilities are endless for you. So for other details that would definitely help you decide on becoming a virtual assistant and earn income online, all you have to do is to click that link on the description box. It would provide more info on what else do you need to learn, what other aspects of the freelancing world do you need to know before you finally decide to dip your big toe in the big pond of freelancing online, and make sure that the moment that you decide on it, you have put your heart into it and you're doing it because you need some extra income to offset the days when you cannot have other sources of income, any other reason. Because the moment you realize why are you doing this, then becoming a virtual assistant will be normal to you, will be natural to you. Thank you, and back to our show.
There you go. Okay. Yes, and as I was saying, welcome back to the Writing Gcast. That message might have given you a brief idea about being a virtual assistant. Our guest, though, has expanded his reach beyond Facebook, because Facebook is given as an example. With enough experience in email copywriting, he has so much to share with us. Please welcome Mr. Emmanuel Toods Tecson. Hello. Eto na po. Yay!
Yan.
Yay!
Hello.
Hello! Wow! May kasama pang ano.
May kasama. May kasama trompeta. Just
May
thought of that.
kasama. May kasama pang okay lang. Okay lang. Ayun. O, kumusta naman?
So indeed, we will be in the Taglish zone, but we will
Yes,
try
we'll
our
be.
best to speak in English for the people who will take advantage of the subtitle function of YouTube.
Yes, so
Hi,
tinignan ko yung
hi,
ating
Ate Jing.
oh, hello. O, yan. Ito. O, kumusta naman?
Oh, this is the first time I'm joining an interview like this, so I am very scared and excited at the same time. I already told you this before, pero yun pala yung feeling ko ngayon.
Yeah, it really happens. First times are nice, especially when you're trying to do something for yourself that your future self
Mm,
will thank you for. Okay,
mm.
so yeah, let's go straight right
Eventually,
ahead.
you do. You you begin to appreciate the first times. There's a lot of
Yes,
first times, and then you begin to enjoy them as long as, like you said, yeah, my future self will thank me.
yes, definitely. So let's go right ahead and go with question number one. Well, of course, what pushed you to be a freelancer online?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me about being a VA.
Well, freelancer or virtual assistant, well,
You know what?
yeah, it's okay. It happens.
Hmm. Okay. I saw free I saw freelancing as this area of possibilities. It's saw it as a new paradigm. I saw it as a way for people to treat other people in a different way that's good. Often in what we're used to with the traditional idea of working is that the the pilot seat, the manubela, the direction is all in the hands of whoever our manager is, whoever whatever the company wants, and we're trained in our education system to just fit inside the cog that's already built for us. And I saw freelancing as something else, something something that got me curious about something something I wanted to something I wanted to pursue. So I've just been learning day to day, failure to failure, just move forward. And I'm so happy to to discover it increment by increment. There's it a lot of the positive things that I was expecting. I've seen the you see you see you see people just as hungry as you trying to build a positive life also for themselves. And I'm glad to have the opportunity to to share to share what I can share when when I meet with clients and fellow freelancers. I I I tinker a lot with all of my devices, my cell phone, my computer, everything. Usually when I use a service or an app, I open all the settings and try them out, click the toggles on and off, and I'm just naturally curious that way. So when uh, when I meet with people online and the tech issues are very common, so uh, I just come from a place of help, and it's always led me to good places. The When I started online, first I needed my own computer, so I researched what's the what's something that's ideal for me that led me to yeah. I should. Is it okay for me to transition to the story?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. I was you and I were our classmates also in the virtual assistant bootcamp.
Yes.
As I was researching for researching for what my first computer would be, I was led to the founders Jason Dulai's blog post about it, uh, budget laptops,
Boss
and I found
Jason.
a I found a laptop that met his minimum requirement,
Mm-hmm.
and it had this unique feature of having two operating systems. So I could so it runs Windows 10 and Android at the same time, which is very uncommon. So you could buy a laptop and a tablet, but this was uh, this was both of those in one device. And I found that from a very obscure brand called Chewy, CHUWI. And
C8.
I
Okay,
yeah,
Chewy.
Chewy. I'm still loosely connected. Yeah, I'm still loosely connected to them. What I did is, yeah, after I researched that, I found out they have a forum, and I was very very
Mm,
active in that forum. I became the most active person in that forum, and uh, because I'm also scared because it's some brand you've never heard of. I have to go and make sure that if I order it, the box will come with an actual computer and not some I don't know. So a
that's
few
with
months,
all
a
the
few months,
features.
a few months of me being very active in that forum, they were also looking for forum moderators, and
Mm,
that that became my first online job. It actually came. It actually came 1 month after I enrolled in VA bootcamp. I just didn't. I I haven't told that. I didn't know that I got a job 1 month after enrolling in VA bootcamp because I for a time for a time I wasn't I wasn't seeing myself in a more positive way that I should have. It's like
mm,
during the growth period, I got stuck in a negative thinking where only the next it was I frequently got in my own way, and now when I look back, yeah, it was
yeah,
it was
it's
a lot
fine.
better than I. It helps to be more positive about your outlook.
Yes.
So I so I so as I researched my for that first laptop, I became very active in that forum and became their forum moderator for a year, and that was very fun, and I'm still loosely connected with them, and that extended also, and that was a good thing that happened because I came from a place of help. I, I, I go there, and when someone's confused, I just try and help them, even if I don't know the answer to the question. A person will, oh, uh,
It happens.
I just comment that yeah that must really that must really suck, something like that, and they will appreciate that.
Mm,
I from my end also, I I I I took the position also for a moderator because I was uh, protecting myself as a customer. That would put me closer to the company. So if anything happens to this, I can reach them faster.
yeah, it
So the
happens.
original, what was the original question? How did you get started freelancing? I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah, because it's virtual assistant and then freelancers online. Yeah, those sometimes I get to
mhm,
interchange those terms because
mm.
some
It's a great start.
freelancers. Yeah, it's a great start usually. But
Mm.
yeah, a virtual assistant. How did you? So that's your first gig. So your
Yeah,
first
it's my
client
first
as a
gig.
virtual assistant is VA bootcamp. Oh wow.
No, no. The first client is Chewy,
Ah, Joy.
the computer.
Joy. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's Asian. Yeah.
And also around that time, as a virtual assistant, I was my father is part of Freemason. You call that Freemasonry? It's a
Mm-hmm.
gentleman's club of
Yes.
people of different faiths united
Mm-hmm.
by whatever they choose to unite themselves over. But it's
Okay.
an interfaith organization.
Mm-hmm.
It's not demonic as some conservative Catholics like to portray it to be. But anyway, they're part of a club, and naturally, gentlemen's club. There there are old people, old men also there, very confused with their technology.
Mm-hmm.
That's I. That's my first freelancing. That's my first virtual assistant. I know
Oh wow. So the
assistant
Freemasons are your
gig.
first client?
Well, I played the role of a virtual assistant, but it was actually offline.
Ah.
Eh, Around the same time that I got the Chewy gig, uh, the guy would call the guy would ask his driver to get to fetch me here in the house, and then get me over there. I wanted to be his virtual assistant. I'm very capable of doing a screen share and just fixing his problem, but he wanted me to. He brought me over there. Naturally, with elder people confused with their technology, they just click whatever link that they're more careless about what links they click, and some malicious things are now living in his computer that needed some fixing. I fixed his emails and his printers, and
That's good.
that was my entry.
Yeah.
And I
Before
think
you get into your first client,
I got uh, I think I was led here also because as an extension of just helping people out, time to time I I I would help people there as in our freelancer group, the virtual assistant bootcamp. It's just when somebody's when somebody's tech headache gets resolved, it's 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 cathartic for me also. It's, seeing someone else relieved. Oh, and
yeah, it helps that you get to solve their problems because once you get
I
to
think
solve their
that's an
problems,
idea that's being shared, and I I of course support it. There's I have a freelancing group, and in one of the modules we were asked to comment. I am a freelancer and I solve problems. That's a good little thought bit to share also.
yes, that's a good way to promote your services too. You get to help people. So in this case,
Ano ba yan? Bisaya
yeah,
questions are welcome.
yeah, because I know you're having some difficulties too. But anyway, I just checked your profile on LinkedIn and it says Eastern Visayas. Yeah, I think it was Eastern
Bisaya.
Visayas. Yeah.
Ay, buntag dahil sa mga Bisaya diha. Ako ding na-share sa sa Team Bisdak sa
Oo.
sa
Oh,
freelance
syempre,
movement.
oo. Talagang pag nalaman nila na nandito ka, ay wow. Oh, ayun pa namang yung ibang subscriber ko kasi alam ko Bisaya din. So, mabuti na yung, ano, kung
Just
sa
be
akin, siguro ikaw yung magbasa mamaya pag meron. Sige. Ayun nag-comment tuloy si Joseph Malintan. Hello, Joseph. I used to be like that, taking all the links. Welcome talaga sa umpisa. And,
I got lost in my stories. I will patingin nga sa comments. Let's see.
it happens. Okay lang. Okay lang. Oo.
Sa Pampangan.
Hindi, ako yung Kapampangan, hindi ko pa alam kung magkakapampangan live stream ako. Siguro in the future. So, edi, ayan. May
I-type ko nga yung Chewy.
oo, ayan. Kasi pati question number 2, nasagot mo na kompleto sa kados na yun, sagot mo, saya. Oo, ayan. Ayun, aray ko.
What is question?
Ayun. Chewy.
Clicking all the links.
Oo, talaga nag-comment siya. Ang dami nakaka-relate sa sa ibang mga viewers natin. Kita mo, naman na tayong 6 million. 6 million viewers. Anyway, so ayan, ang ganda. Sagot mo, pati yung second question, how did you get your first client? Kasi
Oh, how did you get to? Yes,
anong ginagawa mo? Anong trabaho mo kay Chewy kung gano'n?
moderate the forum.
Moderate the forum. Ayun.
Oh. Iniwan lang. They just left us. Okay, moderate the forum, and then we don't hear from them for months and months. And of course what the heck, what are we supposed to do? Parts of the website is in Chinese. It's me and 10 other guys in a group chat. But me and 10 other guys in a group chat in Skype. And then we just on our own, and then there is a stipend that we receive per month, and then we just
Magkano
Yun,
yung stipend?
yun.
Yun.
Magkano yung stipend? Oh,
Oh.
$50 in 1 month.
$50 in 1 month. O times
Oh,
50.
pero wala namang, it doesn't really take so much time to maintain the forum. Eh. Barely people are there.
May kontrata ba yan?
Hmm?
May kontrata ba yan?
Walang set. It doesn't take me, like, let's say, in a day.
Mm-mm.
I guess it would, 10 minutes, I guess, just to check kung walang, if no one posted any pornographic material there. So, and no one's, and from time to time, there can be troubled individuals who, I don't know what they're going through, but they would post some things there that may be interpreted as harassment.
Mhm.
But it seems they were not really. I felt sad for the forum member because the other forum moderators ganged up on them, ganged up on him. And so I just sent him a private message and we had a conversation outside the forum.
Outside the forum. Ilabas mo ng forum yung ganon. Minsan kailangan ng kausap. So, yun, kahit paano nagkakasabi.
Yeah, I think the lesson there is at least with you in general, and I think this is something that will recur throughout your career. If you come from a place of help, good things happen. I was able to get my first client without sending a cover letter. Did I send? Yeah, I didn't send a cover letter for that.
Hindi ka nagpadala ng cover letter. Oh, ayos. Sabi talagang talagang may value yung product mo, yung gano'n.
And then with also, when getting started in online work, there are now a lot of online courses. That will depend. That your success will depend on your application of those lessons. And I hope you not only consume the modules but just apply the lessons. And even if you screw up, you have there's still, as long as we're still breathing, there's a chance to try again better. With the VA bootcamp was also the first online course that I enrolled in for freelancing. It's actually since I got that tech support client Chewy in the first month, I didn't mind the course for a long time, and it took me 2 years to finish it. And then the second course I enrolled in was the copywriting dojo's inner circle, and I didn't finish it right away. It took me around a year to finish it. And then the next course that I took is the 30-day client getting blueprint of John Pagulayan of the freelance movement. That took me around 3 months to finish. And now I'm now one of the students at the freelance movement tribe, and I'm set to finish the tribe core in 1 month. So I'm just we all start at different places, but there's an opportunity to do better always in the next try.
Correct.
I'm actually I live at home right now. I don't support myself fully financially yet, and that's one of the reasons why I was very scared to come here. What could I possibly share?
Of course you can share.
I reframed the question. Which is also something I learned around people. Instead of what could I possibly share, I reframed it into how can I make this a great experience? How can I make this work? What would I need to do so that this can be helpful to people who are listening? And I figured I I love what I do. This is something very important to me, and this is a this is a way for me to share in the in my three favorite virtues: joy, curiosity, and self-acceptance. This is one big way to accept yourself, to and also help out a fellow freelancer, a friend, and satisfy my curiosities about making a podcast and all of this stuff. And also, hmm,
Kaya nga,
you never know who we're helping in the comment section, or whoever will watch this. Maybe they're discouraged that they enrolled in a course and it's been 8 months and they haven't done anything significant while their classmates are winning. It's okay.
Huwag silang
Keep going.
Di, ayan. Ayos din. Kasi pa-apekto ka sa o bakit siya may client na ako wala ka? Hindi tayo sabay-sabay magka-client. So, ayun. So, by the way, para naman makahinga itong guest natin, kasi may mga photos na tayo, papakita natin. We have some photos that you, Sir Doods, allowed us to share in this episode and the stories behind them. But before we show them, a short breather for you, o para hinga ka muna dyan. So, the Writing Gencast, or the Writing Gencast will be right back.
Gaano kahirap yung nasa bahay ka lang, gayong kailangang kumita? Kita lang ang natenga, hindi ang mga bayarin sa bahay. Hindi ka ba natatakot kay Judith? Judith ng tubig, Judith ng kuryente, Judith ng internet. Judith minsan Bombay pa. Walang pera, pero may oras manood ng webinar. Join na sa VA Bootcamp. Click lang ang link sa description box na nagsasabing VA Bootcamp. Matuto ng bagong racket online. Click na, ngayon na.
Welcome back to the Writing Gencast. Okay, so ito po. Sir Doods will be sharing stories based on some selected photos that he uploaded online. Yung iba, syempre, paalam ko tayo sa kanya. And then, kwento niya yung ano nangyayari dun sa since mas marami siyang picture dun sa LinkedIn page kaysa dun sa Facebook. Pero anyway, ayun. Ay, teka. Shoutout kay Miss Leora. Ayan. Shoutout kay Miss Leora na meron ng jacket. Yay! Yung jacket. Oh, ayan. Kulay blue na siya ngayon. Okay. So, ito. Pick one. Okay, explain ang nangyari dito. Sa Doods.
Video ata yan? I don't see any. Oh, yan.
Ayan, oo. Yan ang unang mong article sa video.
No. The second one. May third one nga ata eh. May third one sana.
Ito na yung third mo?
Ito yung second.
Second, oo. Ako nakakaisa pa lang akong article sa kanila eh. Hindi ko pa na-post dito. Sa kanan.
Uy, they're looking. Ano, magkano ka?
Sige, explain mo yung nangyari sa ano na yan.
Yan. Ano pala, so second article ko yan, there was supposed to be a third one that I'm a lot busier these days eh. With articles, it takes me quite a few days to finish them and send. And the last time, this was last November. During that time, I was a very distracted person, and most of the day, I don't have a clear routine, so I I was able to produce this because halos wala naman akong ginagawa most of the day. Eh yung third one hindi ko pa na send sa kanila kasi ngayon I've built better habits from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm doing outbound routines for my freelance business, and I screwed up. The third one was supposed to be for June 23, but it's just me sharing my mistakes. So, so I don't want other fellow writers out there who miss the deadline to be discouraged. You can we can stumble, but that's expected because we're human, and then we always have the opportunity to build from the stumbling. And back to this article, then this is my favorite of all I've submitted because I've actually created my an invention prototype related to this. One problem that may alter your productivity as a freelancer is brownouts. There are quite a few. It always frustrated me that the Wi-Fi router, like, it's a simple device, but why can't I attach my power bank, which I can attach to my cell phone, to the Wi-Fi router, and so that I can continue having Wi-Fi even during brownouts? Mobile data sucks up your battery so fast. So I figured out how to do that using a vehicle battery, cables, all sorts of attachments, and lots of questions and consultations, just asking around people. And now whenever there are brownouts, I get to keep working for 5 hours or more. There are a lot of updates in this area pala. Power generators now cost, for 5,500 pesos, you can power your entire workstation. I thought we were in the range of $15,300 to make that happen. But with 5,000, with something worth 5,500, you can power your electric fan, your lamp, your laptop, and I guess a few other devices, depending on if you have a multi-plug. And if you have a 5 Mbps internet connection from PLDT or Globe, there's a good chance that you can use your existing power bank and buy a 200 peso cable from Shopee, Lazada, and you can keep your Wi-Fi on during brownouts. Your laptop may run for 3 to 5 hours and you still have Wi-Fi.
Yun yung nabanggit mo sa article, di ba? Yung mga pwede generator o yun.
And then, for around 4,000 pesos, you can also purchase a power bank for your laptop. 4,000. And there's a few solutions also shared by fellow freelancers. Then I'm very curious about the solar options. I mentioned, I think, 3 freelancers there who are customers of solar, and they're not affected by our brownout schedule at all.
Solar powered generator, ganda sana eh. Yung kailangan lang natin talaga ng early samples din. Okay. Ito. Then going on with the next pick. Ito yung sinend mo. And ang saya. Ang saya mo dito sa picture na to. Sige, explain mo nangyari dito.
I see the same picture. Teka. Maybe let's let the thing load.
Yan. Hindi yung no, kasi syempre naka-monitor din ako sa ano natin, sa phone. Ayan, nakita na.
Ang oh, yan.
Ayan, yan, oo, yan. O, kita na.
So if you see,
Nangyari dyan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 people in the call.
Wow.
That's our Zoom call that we have with family every Friday at 9 to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We developed it during the quarantine. I think there was one of us who had a wedding anniversary and called nag group call through Messenger, and then we had this idea, let's make a weekly Zoom call, and it's actually really you can actually plug your laptop to your TV and then talk to everyone as if you're from Back to the Future.
Kaya pala dalawang monitor dyan.
Yeah, you can have a group call and talk to people and it projects a TV. And that's not limited to flat screen TVs only.
Wow.
Even yung very fat cathode TVs, may paraan. Pwede. Any TV, you can have your family reunion calls like that. With this one, ano lang, that's just an HDMI cable. But with
HDMI cable.
And I guess with a MacBook, you would need some sort of dongle. That might be good content material for a blog or an article. How to have video conference on your TV and talk like talk like the McFlys in Back to the Future.
Yes.
So we have this every Friday. We also have a baby in the family, and I think she's visible there in the lower right. Without there's a lot of burdensome news that's happening with the pandemic. But I'm at least with these family calls. I'm happy that we're doing this. Every week I get to play with my little niece through the Zoom call, and this wouldn't have been possible if not for the current situation. Even though a lot of people have lost people special. You see that in the lower right, that's my niece, and then in the middle, you can see my Lola there.
Lola and Lolo, funding online, ayos din.
Ano bang mga
Yeah. So, ayun. So, yung next week yung hint na natin. Nasa yun. Yan. No, maganda tingnan dyan kasi client call. Client call yan, no?
Oh, actually, hindi. Teka.
Hindi?
Possibly.
Oh, yan. Ayun, pinagtatag mo pa nga sila. Actually, naku.
Hindi ko pa, yan, lumabas na.
Oh. Yung sa, sa LinkedIn, photo yan eh. In other words, ganito yung...
Yan, I would...
Oh.
Kasi when earlier I talked about I really love what I do, and I'm sharing my joy. When I was growing up, wala kasing gusto ko maging inventor, and then it's not like may inventor club in Dumaguete or yun in school, walang outlet for that. And sa mga, if this reaches someone out there who wants to be an inventor, this is my beacon to you. Yan, go to, let me type that. Idea 2 million. Idea 2 million. I will mention this in the plugs later.
Yes.
I just went for it. And eventually I found a free virtual group where inventors hang out, and we keep each other accountable. And yeah, so anybody out there who wants to start, you can visit that link, idea2million.com.
idea2million.com.
Teka, I'm typing.
Sige, okay lang.
That's live.
I-type sa chat. Oo.
That's also,
million.com/live. Yun.
Siapas, so far of the inventor coaches I've been reaching out to, Brian Zeng is the one closest to home. He is an Asian living in America. He's very funny. Parang, he has a YouTube channel. He has a very, it's like he has my energy pero times 5.
Wow.
I'd like to talk about the market I chose and niching down. So when I started, I started because of Jason Dulai's excellent copy. Really, the virtual assistant bootcamp, the work from home roadmap, as it was formerly called, somehow that was the only thing in my radar in 2017. Maybe the copy was indeed that good. And I think I entered because it seemed like it seemed easy, I guess. And then it's what he shared, Gang, just makes sense. The generalist is a great way to start and figure out what you really want to niche down to. So virtual assistant, general virtual assistant. And in 2017, I've already been writing for publications for around 7 years in a freelance manner. So I knew maybe from virtual assistant, I would leverage that somehow, content writer. And because I really love tinkering with tech, then I would also choose technology content writer. And that was in Upwork. And from there, I was able to learn about copywriting from seeing Raf Marabut's copy in the virtual assistant bootcamp.
Naka-enroll ka din doon kay Raf Marabut?
Yeah. And from yung copywriting dojo, inside that community, I was playing safe. What are the 4 niches that a copywriter might pursue as far as what is established there? There are 4. Info products, SaaS, software as a service, finance, and health. With health, it doesn't really, though I understand, they understand health is important. I wasn't really inclined there. Finance, I wasn't also inclined there. Info products, I felt neutral about. But SaaS, I guess, SaaS was the closest thing to technology. So I pursued it. For a while, yung LinkedIn ko, SaaS ang nakalagay. And then SaaS, software as a service, like Gmail, or what's a very actively used software as a service? Netflix.
Blockchain.
Yeah, that's kind.
Software
Netflix.
as a service pwede rin.
Yeah, you pay monthly.
Pay monthly
and then
streaming service. Ano pa yung software as a service?
And then later I figured out that I was only in tech because I wanted to immerse myself in whatever the inventors were up to, whatever that industry is up to. So I just
okay.
At some point I decided I know what I want to work with, and I'm going for it, and it's only gotten more and more fulfilling since. So today, as I joined this, last night I was just talking to the number 5 search result author in Amazon for the word inventor. that
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Kofir Luzato,
Awesome.
author of Fun with Patents.
Oh.
And then last night also I was talking to to an inventor na who lost who lost a friend because of overdosing, and he created something that would people who prevent people from taking medicine that's not theirs. And
That's not, ano, even
it's
if,
all really it's all really fun.
mm-mm.
There's also yeah, that I think I meandered too much. That's how I was going to connect it to the picture.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm here because I
Yeah, since ito yung client ko na talagang ano, yung ang dami nakilala, doon ka nagkaroon ng idea eh. Kung ano yung gusto mong gawin. What market would you like to meet? So,
ang current client may eventually I found also a Filipino based in California. He's
oh,
Jerocol Espedido, who is he's in the food service industry, and then he also pursued being an inventor, and we're working together on and he's actually looking pina-assign niya nga ako he's looking for anybody out there na can recommend a 3D a CAD a 3D model
ano,
builder.
expert, sige, post
I,
natin
I, I,
dito. Kasi ano, yung magugulat ka na lang sino yung
I'm going to post it sa mga groups natin.
Oo. 3D ACAD expert needed. Kasi yung ginagamit ko, ano, so far, sa pag-design ng ano, ng thumbnails is, ano, Canva. So, ayun, ang dami na rin parang ano, naging clients. So, dito, kasi sa matatanong natin, what are your best practices to stay productive pala? Ngayon na ang dami mo na palang clients.
But, to be productive.
Oh, tips.
Routinize.
Routinize.
Eventually, I was able to have, the routinize. If you can establish a routine na you can routinize, make it a recurring reminder, it helps you move forward. I used to be very conscious about writing value posts in LinkedIn, but now I don't worry about it too much because there's always the next time. And let's say a task like
yung mga tasks, yung talagang ano, nilagay mo na sila sa organizer mo, no?
may ano lang, may Google Sheets and Google Tasks that I check off.
So wala kang offline version ng ano nung tawag dito, nung organizer mo.
Oh yeah, well, I used to be purely digital, but I keep a lot of notebooks by my side for to supplement.
Ayun, shout out kayo mo kay Joel.
Ano din, mostly, everybody knows how to use the pen and paper, and I guess most people know how to use their preferred digital service for their routines and tasks. Maybe what most people are not used to is the AI assistant also in phones. There's something I use para hindi talaga I don't forget anything. you can literally set a reminder just by talking to your devices. The ano,
Yung mga
the
smart meters.
the smart speakers, the smartphones also. If you just long press, I don't know, kita ba? That center button, and make a reminder.
So, shout out to Joe RPG since ito yung question niya.
Yan.
May electric fan ka daw ba sa background?
Meron.
Meron. Okay, sige. Ano?
And then if you set that sa phone mo, you can do something like this. Hey Google, remind me to eat lunch.
Got it. Eat lunch. When do you want to be reminded?
12 p.m.
Sure, I'll remind you at noon.
And you can also, you don't need the smart speakers with that. Meron sa phone. You just long press the home button. You can say, ano, you don't need to say the hey Google. Hey Google, make a note.
Sorry, I couldn't verify your voice, so I can't.
Hey Google, make a note.
What do you want it to say?
The writing Jingcast.
Saving note.
And then that goes somewhere. Kapag may something you just want to remember,
Kaya
you
pala
can do that on any smartphone.
Oh, saya. Hindi yun. Ang ganda na ano na tawag.
So apart from writing things down and using your preferred digital task app, you can also use these voice assistants. If you don't,
Ang ganda kaya.
yun lang.
So, ayun. Kaya nga ano, ito, yung gumagamit na tayo ng ano, ng mga online and offline devices para makapag-organize. So, ang magiging question yan is what mistakes should be avoided when working online? Apart from what you have shared a while ago.
What mistakes must be avoided?
Yung iiwasan natin.
What mistakes must be avoided offline?
Offline and online. What mistakes should be avoided when working online?
That's easy, and that's also something I'm guilty of making from time to time. The number one mistake, as far as I've gathered, for working offline and online is the lack of communication. We are human, and mistakes can happen. But if we can keep communication with the ones concerning your job in a 24-hour window, you're okay. Try and keep the reply window within 24 hours. And that's reasonable. You don't have to panic if you make a mistake. Just update your client. And if that's a problem with them, there's always other clients. I believe you were going to ask me about my worst client also.
Yeah, I was also about to ask you that about having the best and the worst client. Sige, start tayo dun sa best client mo. Ayan, pagkakataon mo nang i-plug din siya.
I think yung best client ko so far is yung the Filipino inventor in California.
Ayun.
Yan, is very inspiring. He's in the food service industry. Waiter lang siya doon. And then he decided to go after something that fulfills him. And then as I'm doing that same thing then on my end, we met that inspiring speech from Coach Carter. I wish I had it with me.
Yeah, okay.
Yan, that's what he put in his overview.
Baka ma-yari tayo.
He's a guy on a mission. I think in his experience as a service worker, a Filipino service worker, he's experienced a lot of mistreatment, and he wants to he, he wants to uplift fellow Filipinos and give them opportunity to shine. That's why it's also yeah, apart from yung CAD designer that he was looking for, he made it a point na Filipino. He wants a pure Filipino team. It's just very inspiring to be working for someone on a mission. He saw he had a past hurt, and he's doing something about that in a way where other people wouldn't have to experience that pain that he felt. And I found him because I was looking for him. I was looking for people, for inspiring people to work with. I asked that as part of my reach out message. One of the messages I sent in LinkedIn. I think for the first, yeah, that's my main lead source. One of the things I ask when reaching out to prospects is, what about your current projects are you most excited about? And I use that as a filter. If they're very excited about their work, then I'm very excited also to find out what they're excited about, and it leads to good things.
Kasi yung iba sa atin sa LinkedIn
It's a good foundation.
share mo pa ba yung worst client mo?
Yeah, that's the thing eh. I don't have so much to say.
Okay.
My closest approximation of a worst client, baka nga na client mo yun. I was able to do one demo work. The guy is just looking for an excuse to insult you. What's your words per minute? I said at the time it was 30 something, 35 words per minute. Why aren't you in 140 words per minute like the rest? And it was very toxic. You don't.
Words per minute.
I think you can share. There are a lot of good clients out there who actually who recognize you as a fellow human being,
yes.
And you don't have to work with someone who makes you feel bad as a person. But it didn't really make me feel bad because I was able to do one demo work for him, and he was just it's not looking for, at least I was, from my impression, he was not looking for someone to have that mutually respectful relationship with. So all I did was just that demo work.
At least nagsabit ka ng demo work mo. Kung laitin ka niya, hindi mo na problema nito. Diba? So yun. Kaya kahit paano, ayun, may tanong dito. Yun,
perhaps you can, I'm curious then, what's your favorite, what or who is your favorite client so far?
Sa ngayon, basta hindi sila nagsara ng website nila at kaya kong i-display yung website nila na portfolio ko. Okay sa akin yun. And of course, worst client, mga hindi marunong magbayad. Yung isa naka $300, hindi niya binayaran sa akin. Hindi ko na problema yun. Basta tuloy yung cash flow client, okay niya. Okay, so this is...
Hindi, yung question ko, yung favorite client mo.
Okay, favorite
so far,
client.
Doesn't have to be current.
Doesn't have to be current. Well, in pangamba, syempre, yung nagpo-provide ng applicant na marunong magbayad. Ang gagawin lang is for backlinking. At konti lang sasagot ko since madalas kasi ang program ko is about the guest, not about me. And favorite client, apart from Jing na naging guest natin dito sa season 1, of course, favorite ko din yung sa freight waves. Pag may nagtatanong kung kaya ko magsulat ng articles about tracking and logistics, ay display ko. Nako, ay paano doon pa rin yung aking articles. And also, magaling sila magkada. First, Upwork client ko sila. Yes, Upwork. Nandun pa rin yung account. Tagal ko na din ako sa Upwork ng client, yung iba sa LinkedIn ko nakuha. Ayun, okay lang. So,
Sino ulit yun? Sino ulit?
yung pangalan ng website,
Yung favorite client?
lagay ko lagay dito sa chat.
That's the great thing about talking about our favorite clients. Say, we love.
3PR.
I don't know kung how much you are a fan of your favorite. But I cannot endorse him enough because great waves.
Bayaan mo,
Type ko siya.
may makaka-develop tayo ng PR strategy. Kasi, madalas naman itong, ewan ko lang kung napansin mo yung iba, nagkakaroon ng sariling podcast o sariling live stream. Kasi meron silang ibang plan. Meron silang, kaya may mga kapalitas ko kung hindi i-podcast, it's about my writing service. Tapos magugulat ko na ka na lang kung sino may bagong book, may bagong program, may bagong guest sila sa 5 magkakaibang live stream, magkakaibang podcast, which helps on the promotion of the new book. Maganda yun. Ayun, yung
So
favorite
ito, the name is Freight. The name is Freight. Yeah.
Yun,
Ay, teka, Zero Call Design.
Yun. Yung
Yeah.
client ko, yan.
Yan yung company niya, pero I meant to type his name, pero sige na.
Sige, okay. Okay lang. Nangyayari yan. Oo.
Rocco.
Design.
Tulog siya ngayon. Sige.
Kasi andali, 10 a.m. So 10 p.m. yan sa Eastern Standard Time, -4, yun yung Pacific Standard Time. Yun yung time sa California. Yun,
So itong si Freight Waves, they treated you very well.
Yes, so very well. They treated me very well. Yun nga lang, pag dinidisplay ko kasi yung mga articles ko with Freight Waves, anong nangyari, yung iba sa natin, sa Facebook group natin, dinudugo yung ilong. Sabi, wow, ganyan ka palang writer, nakakadugo ng ilong yung mga sinulat mo. Sabi ko, ganyan ba kalalim yung ibang topics na sinulat ko. Pero, ayun. Hinayaan ko na rin. Kasi,
So, by the way, I'd like to ask also,
sige.
Ate Jing, may active Upwork. Ate Jing. Okay, Jing, may active Upwork account ka?
Meron.
Ngayon?
Oo.
Meron. I'm also part of the people na suspended from Upwork since October. And now in August, July 2019 nangyari yun. I've been suspended from Upwork since October.
Oh.
Now I can say it's actually, if I wasn't suspended in Upwork at that time, I already developed a comfort zone with Upwork. I know I've been a product of the Guided Hustle Challenge twice, and I've mastered the cover letter already. It's easy to get leads in Upwork. I would have just stayed there if it wasn't suspended. I got suspended because when I sent my portfolio, I sent my website, emmanueltecson.com.
Oh.
I forgot that in my website there is an email address there, and that I guess that construed as taking clients outside the platform. Anyway, what I in my right now I am acclimated to LinkedIn, and it's very rewarding because you actually see each other, your names, your updates, and you are also rewarded for being more human in connecting.
Yes.
Yes, we have templates, but when you respond like a human being, you also invite other people to respond like human beings and treat each other better. It was more machine-like in Upwork. We don't see we don't even see the name. We barely see the name of the person we're applying to in that platform. So
Compared to
I just
Upwork.
want to reach out to the people who are suspended in Upwork. There's a lot more to this, and there's
Yes.
a lot of stuff to look forward to. In there's there's a long story why I'm not active on Facebook, but
Upwork.
even if you just
Upwork is not
from LinkedIn alone, the interactions are very personal, and
yes.
it's a bigger world. It's not just outside Upwork. It's still a big, beautiful freelance world. There's lots of people to help and lots of fulfillment to be had.
Yes.
I see.
Tama yun.
Our limit ba is 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Pagkataon nyo na makapag-plug ng website, social media accounts, kasi meron kang Upwork dati, meron kang LinkedIn ngayon, meron kang Facebook, saan ka pa nila pwedeng ano pa yung ipa-plug mo pala?
Oh yeah, the plugs.
Yes.
May lista.
Isko, dami mo yatang ipa-plug eh. Okay lang yan.
Yeah, parang dami. Oh. After the plug, dyan tayo sa comments, and then let's just have a conversation until maubos yung oras.
Kaya naman.
What helped me?
Natin yung 90 minutes.
Sige.
Yun. Ano ba yung plug na meron ka dyan?
Parang, how many commercials do you, I think yung sa kay Leora, ang daming commercials. Parang, it's only been one commercial ata. Sige, sulitin natin.
Commercial din sa umpisa. And then commercial dun, bago yung entrada mo. And then commercial, before yung third quest. Third commercial pala, yung before yung set of pictures, yung So, pagkatapos na, free for all na yun. Talagang, kasi okay lang na na maraming commercials kung marami namang ipaplag at kailangan na maraming pahinga. Pero yung in my case, ayoko naman puro patalastas na lang syempre yung mga viewers natin. I'm very thankful na dumami na sa 170 bananas yung ating yung nakadikit sa atin ngayon. So yun, ayos din. So yung mga kasi magugulat ka yung ibang mga podcast at saka ibang mga website na buo. Sa umpisa akala mo newsletter, nagbabalita ng mga updates. Maya makikita mo pina-plug na nila yung mga products nila. So the moment na ma-realize kung sino may-ari ng website, may isip mo bandang ulit, or ito ang pina-plug niya. Yun. Ganun ang sistema nun. So, ito.
Okay. I observed something pala sa I observed something sa commercial.
Okay.
It seems you have a referral link there.
Mm-hmm.
And is the referral link in the about section? Nasa about section ba yun? You place it?
Yung ang tawag dito, yung description box natin. Nandun yung referral.
Okay.
Na mention kanina sa commercial kasi although naka-description.
I was thinking kung i-bitlink mo yon.
Bitly.
Kahit if
hindi ko bali.
i-bitlink.
Hindi lagi.
Into something more memorable. People wouldn't need to go to the about section. Makita nila yung commercial, they'll remember it and they can type it.
Sulat ulit ako doon sa website ko. May sarili na akong website. Kasi
may doon din. In my case, meron nag-bitlink ako. Yung referral code ko is bit.ly.com/free bit.ly.com/VA bootcamp website.
Correct. Dati kaya ko yung mga portfolio dun sa LinkedIn. Saya kaya. Ayun.
So, basahin ko na yung mga plug.
Sige, basahin mo yung plug. Marami yan.
A guy na helped me get out of my... I have my... Sige. To myself talaga.
Kaya mo yan.
Yeah. Sige, this guy helped me get frequently kasi I get in my own way, and this guy has helped me with that to become more productive. He's he's a personal development business coach, transformational business coach. Harry Singh, that's Harry Potter, and Singh, but add an H. Harry Singh.
By Harry C.
Uh, uh, Harry Singh. And then I I also have another inventor friend running for a position in the U.S. Patent Office. Her name is Shana. She's the only girl in this. She's the only girl running uh, for the position, and that's you can vote yourself at inventorvote.org, inventorvote.org. And ano, yung idea, and then if you're an aspiring inventor and you want to talk to fellow inventors in a Zoom call, it happens every 2 weeks at idea2million.com/live. That's free, and you get to talk with a fellow Asian, very funny guy, Brian Zeng. Uh, he's really good at what he does. Also, Inventors Helping Inventors podcast is looking for inventors who have had some level of success to guest on the podcast. Just find me on LinkedIn. My name on LinkedIn is Emmanuel. Yeah, Emmanuel Tech without the dudes. Emmanuel Tecson. Emmanuel Tecson, email copywriter for inventor coaches. Go in LinkedIn. This is very hard to. I guess I'll type this.
Go ahead.
I'm working with a startup with two other Russian guys. One of our projects is a machine that converts trash into fuel, and we have other we're helping disabled people with some 3D modeling projects. With 1,000 pesos you can give someone a hand that looks like this na. That's type ko na lang in the comments. And for people who want to start, for people who want to try freelancing and don't know where to start, just go to freevacourse.com. Kapag wala talaga, if you're so confused, you don't know where to start, freevacourse.com. And then I invite you also to check out the freelancemovement.com. If you have more that movement is trying to normalize freelancing in a way na parang a normal occupation, like doctor, lawyer, carpenter, freelancer. That's what the freelance movement is all about.
Ayun, may tanong si RPG. Is that a form of bioenergy?
So I'm not the hindi ako yung I'm not the one who made it eh.
Okay.
I only do the copy and the marketing. We can keep talking after this.
Yeah, so usap kayo sa LinkedIn.
And also may mga actually may batiin din ako mga groups.
Sige,
the Roaring Seals Tribelet, the Magnificent May Moderators 2019, the Basagan Viernes Cartel Inuman Group, the Brilliance Boost Collective Accountability Group, the Spectacular September Guided Hustle Challengers,
yes,
the May Guided Hustle Challengers of 2019
O kasama ka yata doon.
and the May Marketing Interns of 2020 also.
Yay! Ayan.
So,
Karamihan sa PA.
daming kasabwat.
Oo, dami ka sa yan. So, ayun. Yung sa hustle challenge kasi ibig sabihin yung mga wala akong client. Ito, bigyan namin kayo ng challenge. Of course, pag nakapasok na kayo ng challenge sa course, sa VA Bootcamp course, ano yung hustle challenges na yan. So, yun. So, thank you
I guess
very
may yung mga ano din, our classmates also at BA Bootcamp are inclined to watch this. I and a few others enrolled in the Hustle Challenge twice. So if you feel that you enrolled in it once and it was a barrage of new information and you're so overwhelmed and you're confused of all the tasks that were given to you, you can go and enroll again.
Yes, kaya naman yun. Which is why, enroll kayo dito para yung may paraan din kayo na makakuha ng client. So yun, thank you very much, Sir Doods. We learned so much from you. Promise, cross my. So ayun, thank you. Ang dami natutunan sa'yo. Promise.
Go after what fulfills you.
Uh,
Kilala mo ba itong mga nandito sa comments natin? Sino ba to si
Diba, si
Joe
Joe
RPG?
kasama din siya. Meron siyang program din sa sa Wakalas Productions. Joseph Malintan, isa sa mga subscriber natin. Of course, Wakalas Productions, hello Mayora, Cornito, and Pops Nation. Sila yung, at saka si Jerome. Si Jerome, ang aking trainer dito sa sa Wakalas Productions. Siya nagturo sa akin paano mag live stream ng tama. Ang laki ng improvement ko kumpara dun sa dun sa season 1 ko ng Writing Gcast. Si Mayora Ipe, siya yung siya nag-i-interview sa akin. Pagdating sa nag-i-inquire ako. Si Pops Nation, siya yung kasama ni na Mayora at saka ni Cornito na nag-handle ng technical aspects. Sila na Cornito, yung kausap natin kanina backstage, yan. Maraming salamat sa Wakalas Productions for helping us putting up this episode and other episodes as well. Dahil yung talagang ayan, kita nyo Shadow Kiss Zone, hello, ayan, isa sa ating mga
hello.
BJ Freeland, hello.
Yan, si BJ Freeland, isa yan.
Si Dude.
Yan si Santo Pape.
Di man lang siya naglagay ng.
Yan yung Santo Pape sa inuman group.
Sa inuman group.
Namin.
Kasi syempre may liquor.
Letter E, dash Numan.
Yan, Tapos si Cornito.
Yan.
Thank you.
Ninja copywriter ng Copywriting Dojo.
Oo. Talagang hanapan ko ng time na yung mga nasa yung grupo naman ni Raf Marabot yung ma-interview natin soon. So ayan. So hello po Shadow Key Zone, maraming salamat. J Freeland, hello. Si daming magsisibati dito, Joe RPG. Ayun. Isa siyang gamer na streamer din. Ang dami ng streamer gamers ngayon. Hindi ko lang alam paano ikabit yung mobile sa streaming kasi hanggang ngayon nakakaya mga aminin di ako marunong mag-mobile.
So mga kagrupo mo helping each other, boost each other's channels. Ngayon?
Ay, yes. Diba? Ito yung siyempre tulungan Siyempre magtutulungan hindi tayo din mga Pilipino. Kaya yung iba, nilalagay ko din na 9 a.m. Philippine time kasi yung iba sa kanila OFW. And siyempre sinabi ko sa kanila na na Bisaya ka kasi yung para kung may tanong sila na Bisaya, ikaw na lang ikaw na magbasa. At kung may YouTube channel ka din, ayun, i-plug mo. Yan, pwede mo i-plug dyan. Kasi, ang dami ko nakilala dito sa YouTube. Dami kong na-discover, of course. Ang ganda. And,
are you open to releasing audio-only content din as a podcast?
Baka. Pero pinag-iisipan ko pa yan kasi may account na ko sa Podbean.
Anchor ata is free Baka all you need to do is upload kasi may episodes na.
Podbean is also free.
ANCHOR?
Oo. Hindi, kasi ginagamit yun ng isang client ko dati ni Jodini, yung Anchor. So, ayun. So, Since we are close to the end of this live stream, time to share an ebook written by yours truly. Although I've already mentioned this kanina, I'll mention it again. You will get a copy of my ebook if you can send me a screenshot as proof that you shared this very live stream on your respective social media accounts.
Concept mo ito.
Because sharing is caring. Sisend din ako yun sa'yo mamaya, Sir Doods. Send a screenshot or image
Ito, sir,
to
no?
our Facebook page, Writing Jing, and you will receive a copy of the ebook in less than 24 hours upon receipt of your screenshots. So make sure to click the link on the description box for more details on how to be a freelancer online yourself. General virtual assistant, or freelancer, or writers like us, Sir Doods, I assume. It helps to learn how to monetize your talents online. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to our channel. More to learn on our next episode. So you have to watch out for the next episode. Sorry.
Sino? Who's next?
Yes, next episode is internet entrepreneur, Mr. Jojo Villes. Ang dami niyang Facebook pages na gagamit natin for promotion. And marami din siya ipopromote. So maganda na magiging guest natin siya next week. So we would be expecting you on the next episode of the Writing Gymcast. Thank you and have a good day.
Uy,
How to be a virtual assistant without quitting your current job. Yes, you can still be a virtual assistant even if you still have a job. Next thing you need now is a buffer against the rainy days. And we mean the days before payday. If you still have a job, that is. Because paydays don't always coincide with the bill's deadlines. And the lockdown doesn't apply on the utility bills either. Bottom line is you need money. And the only currency you can trade in exchange of a quality virtual assistant course is time. Time! If Meralco, Maynilad, and your landlord has time to remind you of your utility bills, then you have time to learn new skills to help you earn income online. Just click the link at the description box to know more.